I know what you're thinking. Why is Chad standing by this bad boy? Why is Chad standing by this trash can? And what does this trash can have to do with today's topic? And when we talk about manifesting, when we talk about living life on your terms, okay, we all know how this works, YouTube family. Okay, when you want to live life on your terms, you want to manifest your dream life, it's all about your self-identity. It's all about who are you being. It's a law of belief. Okay, what you believe to be true for you at this time right now is happening into your life. And anytime we're trying to increase our identity, we're trying to live a more successful version of ourselves. This is when the trash can example comes into play, if I can show you there. Okay, now what do I mean the trash can example? What you have to understand is when you're trying to manifest a better life, you're trying to live by a higher identity, we have habits. Listen to this real quick. We have habits that keep us bound to our old identity. Okay, so I'm in Thailand, for example. I'm going to show you a great example of what I'm talking about. I'm in Thailand, and one of my pet peeves is people not picking up after themselves. So a couple days ago, I actually picked up the trash can over here for Thailand because I'm up in Surin, by the way, up where Ang's family lives. And we bought 2 trash cans. We bought a trash can over here, put a trash can over here for outside, because now we cleaned up most of it since we've been here, but especially whether like your dad or nephew, guy, dude, they just throw trash all over the place. So we're picking up all this trash, we're burning it, throwing it away. Now, when I would wake up in the morning, you would see trash all around the ground. I mean, there's trash right here, and he still needs to be picked up. You know, when they drink anything, they just throw it on the ground. I cleaned up a lot of the flower pots. Now I cleaned up a lot of the flower pots here. They would just throw trash in all the flower pots. Anything opened, they would literally just throw trash in it. So finally, you know, I kind of talked to Ang, and I was like, you know, when you talk about manifesting a better life, you guys want a better life, but you have poor habits, poverty habits. This is what poverty people do. You know, poverty people throw trash all over the place, don't care about things, you know, and she has such a good house that you know, there's trash in place. You know, even behind here, we picked up a lot of it. It was a lot worse. But see, that's what you have to understand with your old identity. You know, that's the purpose of this video, is all of us, okay? It doesn't matter if you're in poverty right now. It doesn't matter if you grew up in poverty, your parents grew up in poverty. It doesn't matter if you're middle class, if you're low, middle, or upper middle class. It doesn't matter if you're in a wealthy group. You're going to have habits that keep you bound to that group. Like if you're unwealthy and you're a kid and you grew up with wealthy parents, well, you're going to adopt those habits from your wealthy parents. And it's the same thing. If you grew up in middle class, you adopt habits from your middle class family, your middle class parents. Then the same thing. If you grew up in poverty, your parents were poor, you grew up poor, but the same thing happens. All of us, okay, we all have habits that keep us bound to our old self, to our old identity. You have to understand this. And this is where self-awareness comes into play. Like if you want to live at a higher game, you want to play a higher game, you want to live more successful, you want to be a more successful version of you, and you want to bring your identity up to that successful version of you. So in this example I gave you, well, that successful version of you isn't going to throw trash all over the place. You're gonna throw it in the trash can. You're going to take personal responsibility for yourself and where your life is right now, and you're going to start adapting into a better person. This is what I mean, okay? Now, I don't mean to pick on in this video. You know, some people might comment, but, oh, Chad, you're shaming people. Chad, you're shaming the poor people. No, we all have habits that keep us bound to our old life, our old identity, that keep us bound, that keeps us stuck. Okay, we all do the same thing. Now, for example, I might not throw trash all over, I might actually throw it away, but I have habits that keep me bound to my old identity, to keep me bound to my old self. Okay, we're all at a different stage, and we all are doing things that keep us stuck. We're all are doing things that basically keep us behind rather than moving forward to a higher consciousness. We're still staying stuck in that old self. You have to understand this. But this is more of a clear thing is with me in this example. And that's why I wanted to communicate with you is be self-aware. When I let you go here, this isn't a long video, but be self-aware. Be self-aware. My motorbike's in the background there. That's the helmet right there. Kind of weird sitting there staring at me like there's two people, like a ghost. But anyway, be self-aware of what you're doing. Okay. Because I mean, you don't just follow me, you follow other people in manifesting success. And anytime you're trying to manifest your dream house, your dream car, you want $1 million lifestyle, maybe you don't want $1 million bucks, maybe a couple 100,000. But the bottom line is you want to live life on your terms, but you can't live life on your terms when you're stuck at your old self and doing bad habits like throwing trash all over, for example. When you constantly do these bad habits, that's what's keeping you bound and stuck in your old identity, your old self. And that's why sometimes why manifesting isn't working. Okay, because if you go inside your imagination and you think here or something, you become self-aware. This is kind of like cuckoo stuff, but you become self-aware in your imagination. In your imagination is the more successful version of you. If you want to be a millionaire and you go inside your imagination, you're already a millionaire. Well, what would that person do? How would that person act and behave? What type of decisions would you make if you're already a millionaire? See, if you're already a millionaire and you had tons of money, you don't have to worry about money, would you be throwing trash all over the place? Would you have this terrific house, but you're just trashing it? You wouldn't be doing that stuff. And that stuff is what's keeping you bound and stuck. That's what you have to understand. But other than that, my friends, that's what I wanted to share with you. But blessings to you, and I'll see you in the next video.